Ancient Go wisdom meets climate change to master a crisis. In the face of our planet's escalating climate crisis, an unexpected ally emerges from the mists of ancient China, the game of Go. This millennia-old board game, revered for its complexity and strategic depth, may hold the key to unlocking innovative solutions for our most pressing environmental challenges. In this episode, I uncover that as we grapple with the urgent need for sustainable practices and long-term thinking, the principles of Go offer a fresh perspective on how we approach climate change and even how we protect our built environment. Go, known as Weiqi in China, is more than just a game. It's a profound exercise in strategic thinking, patience, and foresight. Players must consider the entire board, balancing immediate gains against long-term position. They must anticipate moves far in advance, adapting their strategy as the game evolves. These skills, holistic thinking, long-term planning, and adaptability, are precisely what we need to combat climate change effectively. Consider the parallels in Go. A player might sacrifice a small territory to gain a larger advantage elsewhere on the board. Similarly, in our fight against climate change, we may need to make short-term sacrifices for long-term environmental gains. Go teaches us to see the bigger picture, to understand that every action has far-reaching consequences, a lesson we must apply to our environmental policies and personal choices. Moreover, Go emphasizes the importance of influence over direct territory. In climate action, this translates to focusing on systemic changes that have wide-reaching effects rather than isolated, quick-fix solutions. It's about creating a framework for sustainability that permeates every aspect of our society, much like a Go player seeks to extend their influence across the board. But how does this ancient wisdom translate into practical action in our modern world? One surprising area where Go-like thinking can make a significant impact is in how we approach building maintenance and protection, specifically through the use of the right eco-friendly green coatings. Traditional paints and coatings are often designed with planned obsolescence in mind. They're decorative but not truly protective, requiring frequent reapplication. This cycle of constant repainting not only wastes resources but also contributes to environmental degradation through the production and disposal of these short-lived products. Enter green coatings encasement, a Go-inspired approach to building protection. These innovative products embody the long-term thinking and holistic approach that Go champions. Unlike conventional weak paints, the right green coatings are designed for long-term durability and true defensive protection. With guaranteed 20-year renewable service cycles, they create a long-lasting defensive barrier against environmental factors, extending the life of buildings and reducing the need for frequent reapplication, which helps reduce the carbon footprint. This shift from decorative to defensive, from short-term to long-term thinking, mirrors the strategic depth of Go. Just as a master Go player looks beyond immediate gains to build a lasting position, the right green coatings prioritize long-term protection over quick, cosmetic fixes. The environmental benefits of this approach are profound. By reducing the frequency of repainting, we decrease the demand for raw materials, lower energy consumption in production and application, and minimizing the generation, transportation, and storage of unwanted waste. Moreover, the right green coatings are formulated eco-friendly, being water-based, non-toxic, biodegradable, with zero to low VOCs, further reducing their environmental impact. But the parallels with Go go even deeper. In the game, each stone placed affects the entire board. Similarly, the adoption of the right green coatings has far-reaching effects beyond just building protection. By being solar heat reflective, the right green coatings can reflect sunlight and create passive cooling, reducing the energy needed for cooling in buildings, and also contribute to energy efficiency by reducing urban heat island effects. To sum it up, like a well-played Go stone, the right green coating creates a ripple of positive impacts across the environmental landscape. As we face the complex challenge of climate change, we need to think like Go masters. We must consider the entire board, our global ecosystem, and make moves that have long-lasting, far-reaching benefits. Embracing solutions like green coatings encasement is just one example of how we can apply this ancient wisdom to modern problems. In conclusion, mastering the principles of Go holistic thinking, long-term strategy, and adaptability can guide us in our fight against climate change. From policy making to personal choices, including how we protect our built environment, the lessons of this ancient game offer a valuable perspective. As we move forward, let's approach our environmental challenges with the wisdom of Go, making choices that protect not just our buildings, but our planet and its future. You may like this quote from Gus Speth, American environmental lawyer, advocate, and scholar. I used to think the top global environmental problems were biodiversity loss, ecosystem collapse, and climate change. I thought with 30 years of good science we could address those problems, but I was wrong. The top environmental problems are selfishness, greed, and apathy. And to deal with these, we need a spiritual and cultural transformation. And we scientists don't know how to do that. What are your questions about this episode? We are always here to help and excited to answer them. Thank you for listening, and see you on my next episode.